So recently, even more DMZ leaks surfaced from another reputable leaker in the Call of Duty community. The number of leaks is now really starting to mount, and I am more than 100% convinced that the mode will be returning in Infinity Ward's next Call of Duty game, which is expected to be Modern Warfare 4, set to release in 2026. I thought it was probably a good time to round up every shred of information we have about the return of Call of Duty's extraction mode and lay it all out in a single video so you can decide for yourself. The first point of conversation with these leaks is around the game itself. Call of Duty 2026 is expected to be Modern Warfare 4. DMZ will allegedly be attached to the game rather than Warzone this time around. That means you will either need to purchase Modern Warfare 4 or be subscribed via Game Pass to access the mode. So it will no longer be a free-to-play game. We saw this happen with Modern Warfare Zombies in Modern Warfare 3, where you had to own the game to play the Zombies open world extraction mode. Modern Warfare 4 will also reportedly usher in Warzone 3.0, but what that will look like is anyone's guess at this time. From the data mined information we have, the next iteration of DMZ will be called DMZ 2, not DMZ 1.0 or 2.0, just simply DMZ 2, which is interesting because DMZ never actually made it out of beta, meaning it never made it to version 1, but I digress. Moving on, let's go over some of the leaked features that DMZ 2 will reportedly include. Dynamic weather. DMZ will allegedly include dynamic weather. This means it will have its own weather systems that will periodically change to offer unique challenges to the player whilst on missions or engaging with other players. This includes a variety of types of rain, snow and wind. It will also feature new ways for infiltrating into the maps. In the original version, players simply spawned in from a standing position and began the match. DMZ 2 will offer a bit more variety from vehicle, helicopter, AC-130 and the standard original infill method. I'm not sure what this really adds to the gameplay experience personally, but it may give you more autonomy over where you begin each match if you need to reach a certain area fast. Next up, certain points of interest will now come with an extreme difficulty rating. This means that the bots in the area will be much harder to eliminate. These areas will probably feature the game's hardest bosses too. We can probably expect the game's best loot to be hidden within these points of interest. The most recent leak on this list is that DMZ 2 will come with its own social area, which is described to be similar to that of the headquarters found in Call of Duty World War II, an area where you can meet, trade and challenge other real players outside of matches without being able to do each other harm. I've personally been hoping for this feature to return to Call of Duty, as it was cool when World War II launched back in 2017 and we haven't seen it return since. This is a quick one, but an upcoming DMZ map is reportedly called Tumen. No other details on where the map might be set or what type of style it will have, but that's the codename for it, so let's move on. Another supposed leak is that the popular Modern Warfare 2019 operator Mace will reportedly return in Modern Warfare 4, but this time as a DMZ boss. Much like we saw with Velikan back in 2022, no other details about this have been shared, but maybe he'll be found in one of the extreme difficulty points of interest as we previously discussed. Another small leak is that the Riot Shield will return with Modern Warfare 4. Treyarch seems to have a chip on their shoulder with regards to this defensive melee weapon, but luckily for us Infinity Ward does not share this disdain for it, so it returns with DMZ in 2026. Now let's talk about money for a moment. DMZ 2 will feature a new and unique type of currency. Again, we don't have much more details about it other than a couple of strings in the game's files, but it could be used to trade and barter out of matches, perhaps in the social area to trade with vendors or other real players for certain items or gear. Allegedly, both Vondel and Fortune's Keep will return with Modern Warfare 4 as DMZ exclusive zones, but they have been modified to suit the extraction mode. Again, there are no further details, but Vondel already existed as a DMZ zone, and I see no reason why Fortune's Keep couldn't work too with its compact town, fortress and other interesting areas for hunting AI, players and completing missions. As I stated earlier in the video, DMZ will reportedly be connected to Modern Warfare 4 and not Warzone this time around. That means it will get its own version of the maps separate from the Battle Royale. So DMZ will have its own dedicated maps, no more shared updates with Warzone that left many players from both modes annoyed when the others introduced changes. These maps will reportedly be similar to ground war maps rather than large scale battle royale maps. This is in line with Tarkov or Delta Force, where players have the option of multiple small maps, although I think not having a large map would be a huge mistake. Al Mazrah remains the core DMZ draw and experience for many players, me included. It's unlikely the mode will not feature a large map in addition to these smaller ones that have been leaked. The next leak is quite a big one, and it could decide the mode's future depending on how it pans out. The devs are reportedly discussing whether DMZ should remain player versus environment or go strictly player versus environment. For me personally, the exciting aspect of the mode was the risk of running into other real players and either negotiating with them or ending up in a big gunfight. There is clearly a large portion of the community that dislikes the PvP aspect, so I think it would be fair to introduce both PvP and PvE modes separately so that players can decide how they want to play DMZ 2. You could incentivize PvP by having better loot in the PvP servers than that of the PvE or something along those lines. If you played Modern Warfare 2 back in 2022, you might remember that it featured a third game mode called Raids. These were co-op missions that saw players work their way through levels, fighting enemies, solving puzzles, and facing off against an end boss. DMZ 2 will allegedly be a blend of DMZ and Raids when it comes back in 2026, meaning we are likely to see more instances like Koshei Complex or Destiny style raids where you leave the map on a quest or to fight a boss. That about wraps up everything we know about DMZ 2 so far. Having seen a substantial amount of evidence myself from reputable leakers and data miners from the community, I am convinced that DMZ is returning with Infinity Ward's next title in 2026. But what do you think? Is DMZ returning? Let me know in the comments below. Obviously, all of this information is subject to change. It could easily be completely incorrect, but 3 or 4 major leakers have periodically leaked this information who have rarely been wrong in the past. I'm going to put the names of all of the leakers this information has been obtained by on the screen now so you can check them out for yourself. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video or found it useful, please do drop a like and subscribe for future Warzone and DMZ news. Peace!